So I got involved in space satellites almost by accident. I had applied to be someone's assistant. My father had passed away and I was looking for a job, and I kind of was trying to figure out what we were going to do. My mom were trying to figure out, what I was going to do, what the next steps were going to be. And I had applied to be someone's assistant at TRW, Space and Defense at the time. And they saw that I was studying electrical engineering in school, and they were like, well, could we talk to you about some other opportunities? And so that conversation led into some additional interviews, and I ended up getting my first job as a design engineer. They agreed to help me pay for the rest of my undergrad, and then I was hooked. I started working on satellites and space, and I've been doing it ever since. So in my current role, I actually am doing something new for me in the space domain. I've got a missile warning and missile defense portfolio, and I have the overhead persistent infrared and geospatial systems business unit. We like to call it OGS for short, but just in case you want to know what all the letters stand for. But it is really all around figuring out how to help the government do the next generation of missile warning and missile defense from space. But then I also have a cool NASA portfolio in there as well. And so I have responsibility for the James Webb Space Telescope and Chandra and a couple of other Earth observing satellites that we fly on behalf of NASA too. Oh my goodness, my whole career has been chock full of mentors and advocates and sponsors that have seen things in me, wanted more for me, and helped me along the way. And I've been incredibly fortunate to have a large group of mentors in my life that either had jobs that I wanted or were in the positions that I was currently in, and I was just trying to figure out how to navigate. I also have mentors outside of industry that just kind of help me navigate as a woman, help me navigate as a Black woman in this space, because there's just not a lot of us. And so you got to figure out where your connection points are. And I feel like all of my mentors have just been incredibly just critical to my success. When I was trying to figure out how to break into leadership, they were there. When I was trying to figure out how to break into executive leadership, the mentors were there, connecting me to opportunities like, well, it might not come in this pretty package. What are you willing to do to get it, right? Is a question that now I ask my mentees all the time. When I think about some of the challenges in my career that stand out, I think about in the last few years, I was co-chairing the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Council, so leading folks through the conversations that were taboo at work, right? You didn't talk about these things at work for the first 20 years of my career, and then you enter into 2020 and we needed to talk about everything, right? And we needed to start talking about it quick. And so trying to figure out where I could pull tools from to do stuff that I had never done before, but I knew that as a leader, if I didn't step up to do it, who was going to do it? But we were all stepping into uncharted territory, right? And trying to figure out, okay, well, how do we pull everybody through so that everybody knows they have a space, that we're all going to learn together and create this safe space. It was a challenge, but then it turned into this beautiful thing, because this is the one place where all the cultures collide and we actually have a lot of opportunity. I hope that I'm not done, but when I think about my greatest achievements, I think some of them are personal, right? And going back and continuing my education, I consider myself like a forever learner. But when I think about all of the things that I've done in service of the warfighter, in service of the nation, I'm just so very proud, right? Because it's not about all the stuff you see on CNN or Fox. It's about the people who get deployed in theater and trying to make sure they make it home healthy, 10 fingers, 10 toes, right, back to their families. And because I've been able to play a part in that throughout most of my career, I'm just so proud, right, of the fact that I've been able to play a role and see the results of my work. Women are great at pulling people in, right, and getting perspectives from everybody in the room and figuring out how to get everyone to contribute. I'm not saying that other people can't do that, but I feel that women have like a little extra gift in that domain. And so if you think you have it on your heart to be a leader, try it. Because the worst thing that could happen is that you could try it, maybe you won't even like it. But if you do like it and you're good at it, then fantastic. And now you can pull 5 more women in behind you, right? I mean, and that's the thing that I'm always looking for, women that I could pull in, that I can mentor and give opportunities to. Because, businesses do better when we have a diverse set of leaders making decisions, helping the business grow and go left or right. I think that for all the young women that are watching this video thinking about, could I do that? The answer is yes, you absolutely can do it. STEM can change the whole trajectory of your life, and you don't have to work on airplanes, you don't have to work in space, you can work in tech. There's just no shortage of opportunity for folks in the STEM field right now. We got to catch them early, right? We got to get them involved in middle school and high school and show them that there's a path. They need to do it. I think it's great. We would love to have you. We want you to come and work in STEM, and whatever we can do to help you do it, we're here for it.